we're concentrating today just on the nose area. Now, this area through here is considered what's called the triangle of death. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but basically is you have to be very, very careful the way you do extractions, because this area is very sensitive, and if it's not done correctly, you can actually push bacteria into the bloodstream, creating an infection that can actually go to the brain or to the nasal cavity. One of the questions that was asked about blackheads was that the patients or just in general people don't wash their skin. Believe me, in all the years that I have been doing this, it's not because patients don't wash their skin. Sometimes they overwash. It's just that the body produces a lot more sebum, and then it creates a problem with an over amount of oils being in those pores, and of course they form into blackheads. So blackheads are formed whenever oils and P-active bacteria, sebum comes up to the surface of the skin, and of course air hits it, oxidizes, and then you get those little black plugs. And you see now they come out really easy out of there, okay? The key to it coming out really fast is, again, we really prime and prep that skin very nicely during the whole process of us doing the extractions for the patient. So they're at home doing in-house, at-home skincare. And then we do what we call here in-home treatments or in-house treatments here, which is advanced acne treatments. Okay, and you can see the pores are now nice and clean. This is an area that can be very sensitive. So we try to put, we really try not to put as much pressure. Okay. So I'm going to give you a perfect example. I didn't probe this one, and so it's going to be hard for us to take it out. So really taking that time to probe that makes it so much easier. So once we do that, then it comes out so much quicker, and you will see. Okay? So that's the secret to that. So I'm going to go in and kind of just wiggle it a little bit. Remember, this is all cartilage, and so now, as you can see, just putting slight pressure on there, and it's all coming out. I know I get asked this all the time, and even though I've explained it before on our videos, but for those who are new and watching, why do I use a Q-tip over like a comedone extractor? If you've seen comedone extracting, it's a lot of pressure on that pore and on that skin. And so you tend to cause the skin to have a lot of trauma. And I really don't want that for our patients. And so I just find that this is so much better. They are cotton tipped rounded, and so they give a cushion, a nice cushion. And because they are wood stick, you have a nice pressure, enough. So you're putting the pressure at the end of that pore, and then you're using this other hand to just kind of scoop out and twist, and it just comes right out. So an easy procedure to do, and you're not having to really go down and keep pressing. And I find that you don't get everything out when you use a comedone extractor. It might be maybe just because I really love this technique. Again, I'm not saying that other people's technique is bad. Each one has their own way of doing things, and that's okay. but this is the way we tend to do it here. And then I really try to get these little corners through here too, just to make sure it is nice and clean. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and concentrate on here, and you can see comes right out. That one, there's a little vellus hair. We can get that out with tweezers. Okay, so these are oils, accumulation of oils here. So you can see, go ahead and just scoop that out. It comes out really nicely. And I'm just grabbing the little hair with a tweezer. Okay, I'm gonna go through here and clean all this out. So that all comes out, okay? And you can see there's a lot of build up there. If you hadn't had a chance to look us up on Facebook, you can. If you're ever in the area, please stop by and say hello. We'd love to meet you. We're in Killeen, Texas. Okay, I'm just going and scooping and making sure all those pores are nice and clean. I'm going to wash this area with Benadine Povidone. Again, remember we talked about this area being the triangle of death. It sounds horrible, but we do not want to risk any infection. So I'm going to use iodine. Just a great way to clean that area really good for the patient and minimize any transfer of bacteria. Before I moved on, because you guys are so amazing, you are so detailed oriented, you catch every little thing, and I love that about you guys. But this is a flesh mole, so there is nothing there, and so we're not going to extract. Again, I'm 27.5 gauge needle, bevel up in an angle, about 30-degree angle. I'm going in there and I'm just going to go ahead and loosen up that debris. So that way it's a lot easier for extractions. You're going to scoop all the way through. Here we go. From the sides. And there we go. Okay. And there it is. Okay. And same here. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome. If you look at the pore, if you could see it, nice and clean. Plug, everything is out. Okay. And I really do contribute that to pre-treating the skin. Okay. So this one here is more of an angle. Same thing. You're doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, and we can see that. So I am going to go back and just double check that. I'm going to go ahead and use a little probe and make sure that it's completely opened. Okay, and here we go. Okay. I've talked about this, that pores are not like windows. They don't open and close, but they will minimize. So that's what we want. Texture of the skin will change, so that makes it nice. And the reason the texture of the skin will change is because they don't have the buildup of oils and fats around that area. And then the fact that we're using a glycolic wash to resurface. Okay. So we're going to go here at the corners here. Again, I'd already probed this earlier. And you could see it's all coming out. And you can see it there. Again, I'm going back just to make sure it stays nice and clean. For those who are interested in this field, it is a fascinating field. I love it. I am an esthetician, and basically I specialized in the area of dermatology when I did my internship. Each state is different. I went to Central Texas College here in Killeen under a medical aesthetics program that was back in 1999. Unfortunately, that program is not here anymore, but had an amazing teacher and had the opportunity to really perfect my skills after I started working with a physician for 11 years, Dr. Romero at Metroplex Hospital. And so we had Advanced Dermaesthetics Institute there, and really that was the time that I really got to see a lot of different cases with acne and different types of acne conditions. So just check with your state. Each state is different, and there is no license for medical aesthetics. That's really not really it's incorrect, because there is no license for that. It's just been used a lot. So I tend to call our program more of a clinical skincare program, and we are clinical skincare practitioners. And basically practitioners meaning practicing our trade to perfection. And so this is what we do. We keep doing it until we become perfected at our skill. So it is a wonderful field. I'm passionate about what I do, and I absolutely love my patients. And they're awesome. They make my job so much fun. Again, you can see a lot of buildup of oils, and those corners definitely you'll get a lot of that. And you want to make sure that's nice and clean. We're almost done. Next time we'll be doing the chin area, and we'll be doing some other areas of the skin. Thank you for joining us.